Hello and welcome back to episode 19 of the Championship Manager Lockdown Challenge, and I'm going to jump straight in because this is going to be another one of those longer videos, and there's been a few lately when I've been editing them, so let's crack on. So this is the end of season review. We're going to, first of all, before we do anything, if you're new around here, please drop a sub on the channel, please drop a like on the video, all that lovely stuff, and in we go. So here we are, 15th of July, one more press of the done button will take us into that upload section and into season 4. So I'm recording this now just for posterity. I have actually pressed done, but then I quit literally before everything finished. So I've seen what happens with our promotion, so I see the money we get, but nothing's affected. There's no retirements. I haven't run the regen hunter yet because I realised that I probably, if we got into season 4, I'd lose a lot of the stuff I want to look at in this video. So all the league positions, all that sort of stuff. I won't be able to look at the league table and awards, stuff like that. So I mean, I think the awards show historic, but the tables don't. I think it only shows like the top, the first and second, stuff like that. So we're gonna do that, and then after this video I'll do the regen hunt, the press the done, and I'll do the regen finder, and I'll report on that on the next episode basically. But there's what we'll do before we get into around the world. I am going to bring up the challenge criteria, if you like, for season 4. If you want to see what happened with season 3, obviously go back and watch the last episode if you haven't already. I'm sure if you're here, you've probably watched that one already, but you'll see how we get on. But now there's a slight change, and this is the one I have been looking forward to, and what I did actually think was season 3, but it's actually obviously season 4. So popping that on the screen now. So first of all, we have to add ourselves as Northern Ireland manager. Anyone who knows this game knows that is a very tough ask. They don't have very good players. They don't have a very good record. Brian Hamilton is what you do. So if you're not familiar, you can add the international managers in from the start. You just have to know who the international manager was at the time of the game being released. Even if you go sort of 20 years in the game, it'll still be the same, I believe. So Brian Hamilton, in he goes, and that'll be who we become as manager. But we've still got a club season to concentrate on as well. But what I will probably do, because there's not too much sort of based on the club performance, I might sort of limit that and just mainly show the Northern Ireland games. Possibly, I'm not too sure. Maybe just do a couple of episodes for this season. Just see how we're getting on with the league. Maybe just sort of key ones, maybe. So what we've got to do, we've got to reach 10 points in qualifying with Northern Ireland by basically the June update, June 2001. Tough ask. According to Dave, it'll be about 5 or 6 games. Could be less depending on what group size we're in. So if we're in one of the bigger groups, it'll be about 5 or 6 games. If not, then but we're trying to qualify for World Cup 2002 in Japan and South Korea. I think this one has it as Japan, so it was obviously known, but we get 1,000 points to be available for that as a bonus, so that's great. And then we get 20 points for every qualifying game we win. Now there's such a high score there because, well, it's a thankless task, and it's going to be very, very difficult to get anywhere near those kind of numbers. We can manage at any club we're offered a job at, or we can stay where we are. If we're going to move, it has to be before September 30th. So we've got a little bit of time after the update. We've got about 6 weeks to find a club. At the moment, there's nothing. There's been a lot of job vacancies at the end of the season. Nothing great, really. Nothing that really piqued my interest anyway. But obviously, we've still got the Fulham manager profile there, who's maybe got a bit of a better reputation, so might be able to snag us a bit of a better job. We don't have to stick with either profile, so there's nothing about that anyway. And then bonus points, we have to win a trophy at club level. So if that's something that comes up, if we get to a final, perhaps I'll maybe bring that into an episode. It depends who we are. If we're Salamanca, I don't see it happening, to be honest. And then any league counts, so we could drop down a few divisions or something, or do that and maybe go to Division 2 again. Could do that. We get 50 points for signing Eric Nevland. Now that's going to be very difficult because he's one of the main men at Fulham still. We've obviously signed him already, but in a different season, so the bonus doesn't count. I don't think. No, we're gonna say it doesn't. So we've got to try and re-sign him again. His value's skyrocketed, no doubt. His contract might be running a bit low now. Who knows? But it's whether Big Jackson want to let him go at Fulham. I doubt it. And then number of league goals scored with the club we finished the season at. So if we do move, I mean, then obviously it depends where we're at. So if they have a bit of a crap start and we get them a bit of a resurgence, we've lost that start point, but it is what it is. And then position in the league ladder again. So the higher up we finish in the divisions, the less points we'll lose. So that's a counter for maybe dropping down a few divisions to try and make it somewhat easier if there's a big team that has gone down in this point. So that's the challenge for season 4. That's what we're going to do. So after the update, I'll add Brian Hamilton. I'll crack on that. Or after I've done this video, practically, I'll do it here. I'll add the Northern Ireland manager, and then we'll keep an eye on jobs. In terms of money, like I said, I clicked forward. I saw. So we got £2 million for promotion. Obviously, it will happen again. And we got £42,000 for finishing second. Would have thought that'd been the other way around, or a bit more balanced. But hey ho, it is what it is. Not a huge amount of money to take into the next division. So first things first, we're going to jump into the Spanish because that's where we were. Obviously, we know how the Segunda division finished. We finished second. And, team form. Is that where the league table... No, it's not. It's just form. I thought that might be... No, I thought that might be where that little bar scatter graph or whatever it's called is. So league table, yeah, we finished second behind Logrones. 9 points in the end. 1 point clear of third of Las Palmas. Quite a dramatic end to the season. I do suggest you go back and watch that last video. As you can see, we scored a lot of goals, but by George, didn't we let a lot in. The next team that sort of gets more than us, God, there's not many. It's down in 15th, Castellon and Lleida. I imagine Badajoz did. Not by much, just bearing in mind we put 11 of those past them. They just couldn't score, was their problem by the looks of it. And Xerez conceding 30, and they conceded almost as much as just about more than we scored. So that's ridiculous. They go down. Toledo survive in the end. They were down there for ages. Top average ratings, I'd imagine B or P are there. No, Alex. Oh, he was ours. He went to Sporting Lisbon. He had a very good rating. Pelitziol and BP are top two. Toledo, surprisingly, their goalkeeper. So despite the fact they let in that many sort of chances and goals and lost that many games, he's still got a good rating for them, and Velisca's in there as well. Top goal scorers, far and away BP. B, the B of P. Mornar's in there, Markovic. We know he was quite good. He scored a few against us. Seba, did he play for Wigan? No, it's not him. There was a Seba, I think, played for Wigan around this sort of time in one of the games. Earlier games, in fact, they had him, Martinez, and another Spanish guy. I remember I did a save with them and got them to the Premier League. It was tough, but got them there. Took a while, took a good few seasons. It wasn't back-to-back promotions. I think that was on the 96-97 game, I think. So Barsegian gets the most assists as well. So a lot of goal return from him. The mailman in there with 14, and Vida in there with 12. We won't look at anything else in there. So if we go to the Primera Division, we'll have a look at the league table, see who's... we know who's coming up with us. Let's see who's not going to be there next season. So Barcelona, unsurprisingly, winning the title. Okay, interesting 3-1-3-3 formation. Probably fairly Barcelona-esque. Sonny Anderson still leading the line. He's starting to get on a bit, but he's still banging the goals in. And anything else in that team? Enrico Chiesa, Alfonso, Rivaldo. I mean, that's a team. Rui Costa, Struns. What a team that is to be competing with. I mean, have they got players in there? They got Raul. Obviously, he's out for 3 months. He did go out for about 11 months, something like that. He's been out a while. Anyone else they've not been? They got Conte in there, obviously current Chelsea Tottenham manager even. Nothing else really that jumps out, but great team, and we look forward to getting thumped by them if we stay at Salamanca next year. They scored a lot of goals and didn't concede many, so that's not a bad combo. Real Madrid actually conceded less than them. What are they playing? I mean, they've lost a few players by the looks of it. I mean, they've got Pagliuca on the bench. Have they sold or lost their goalkeeper? I assume he's gone on a free. Who's gone on a free? Is it? No, it's not him. Don't know what's going on there, to be honest. Maybe Pagliuca was injured or something, and they had a grey player and he's just left. Hugo Porfirio. I mean, if one of these jobs comes available, that would be interesting. Real Madrid doesn't look quite as tempting as Barcelona would do. Who is Barcelona manager at the moment, actually? Louis van Gaal still. Real Madrid, have they changed? You'd imagine they have. Jupp Heynckes, no, they haven't. They've stuck with him. He's not in the best kind of run, but if we look down the bottom, so leaving Valencia are going, wow, that is a big 7 million in debt, nearly 8 million in debt. But Grano, they pointed at the start of the season. We saw that. They've got Titov, obviously, was our player. He's not quite, stick him on the shortlist. He's not quite hit the same heights. He had a good start, but he's not quite hit the same heights as he hit with us. He was fantastic for us. Who else have they got here who's going down? Ortega's going. Still a lot of money. He's player manager, but Chugrano, he didn't play. But yeah, Caceres. They've got some good players in there. Zubizarreta, obviously. He's a bit old now. He'll probably retire, in all honesty. Who else? Gijon, Valladolid, and Merida. So Mallorca surviving, Compostela surviving. Yeah, okay. So that, and let's have a look at the player tables, top goal scorers. We won't worry about assists and all that other stuff. Ortega, they go down and he's the top goal scorer in the league. That is absolutely insane. Lardan for Atletico Madrid. We've got Vieri, Sonny Anderson, of course. Danny for Sociedad. Was he the one that was at Barca? Real Madrid. I think he does go to Barca in 2001-2002 time. Bierhoff grabbing the goals as well. Afonso for Barcelona. Roy Mackay at Tenerife. He's still there. Doing all right. Doing all right. Not amazing, but doing all right. And that rounds up Spain. So now I'm not worried about the cups either. They're not as prestigious as the like FA Cup and stuff like that. Premier League. Now, we'd have said Tottenham were going to win this league, wouldn't we? But well, do you know what? Spurs are going to Spurs. They didn't win it. They were clear and head away of everyone, the whole pack. I mean, they nearly finished third. Man United grabbing it in the end. Unsurprising, they would be the ones that grab it. 4 million in debt. Wow, okay. They've got a lot of... I mean, the team's pretty much ready to go. You could go in there and not really need to strengthen. So that debt wouldn't be too much of a problem. You'd probably earn that back quite quickly. Sell a few players off maybe. They've got Jamie Day from Arsenal. That's surprising. He's done the rounds a bit. Kevin Davis. Okay. Some weird signings in there. Peter Nilsson. Some odd ones, but it could work. It could work. I am seeing Arsenal not there, and we do know they were quite low down when we looked at one of the times. I'm hoping they've survived, or if they've gone down, it could be an interesting job if the job comes available to take over, as see if Kevin Keegan has kept them up. Chelsea down in 12th, Fulham 5th. So we see what they did. So they bought Paul Sturgis, okay, Scott Jones, Danny Murphy, Ray Parler, Stephen Wright, another one that we were looking at right back for ages, couldn't sign him. They've bought him. They obviously liked the scout report I did for them and went with it. They've got rid of a lot. So we knew about Skvic-Vili. He's gone to Le Havre. We knew that. Jeff Brazy's gone to Chesterfield on loan. That's fine. Hoehing, he's gone to York. They released him on a... No, they sold him. Betterton's gone to York as well. That's not a bad signing for them. And Andre Rentas gone on a free transfer where he still sits. Won't be signing him because he's another foreign player, which if we're at Castella, doesn't work. Have they replaced the goalkeeper? They bought a couple of left backs. I don't think... Have they only got the 2 goalkeepers? They have only got the 2 goalkeepers. In fact, they got 1 goalkeeper. Tetzner is the number 1 with a grey player and a full squad. Martin is wanted. Bristol City. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at their goals. Oh, have we got any players ending this year? Well, they end this year. No one ending at the moment. They've got their players signed up. Goal assists, Michael Twist with 12, Tomlinson with 9, Netherlands with 6. And number of goals. Oh, we've got a little bit of a crash here. Does that from time to time, but it's recovered. Twist and Netherlands both on 15, Tomlinson on 8, Centurion, Notman. Not a huge amount. I'm guessing they didn't score many goals. Big Jack 442. I'm assuming it's Big Jack still there. It is Big Jack Charlton. He might retire. He does retire after a little while in this game, after a few seasons. But 5th, very good run for them. It'd be interesting to see who they replace him with. Or could we go back? Would we go back? 11 million, 12 million. I think we probably would. Get rid of a few of those players, put our own smack on the team and go again in the Premier League maybe, possibly. Arsenal do survive quite comfortably in the end. Not overly comfortably, but enough. Joe Kinnear got sacked as Wimbledon, took over Sunderland. They both go down, along with Bolton. Sunderland, yeah, not surprising. Wimbledon, not too surprising. They obviously beat Fulham to the title, but Jack Charlton obviously just gave a little bit more steel in the first season and pushed them up that little higher level. I don't know what we would have done. I'm not too sure. Been interesting to see who we would have brought in differently. Obviously, would have brought in very different players, I'm sure. But what will be. That's how it stays. That's how it goes. Player tables, top goal scorers: Ronaldo, Shearer, Scholes, Marcus Stewart, Keith O'Neill. I mean, I'll say Marcus Stewart like that, but I've had him before. I know he scores goals when you sign him. Friedman, Robbie Fowler, Mark Hughes. Kanu at Arsenal, doing okay. John Hartson and Dwight York. Assists, probably Scholes, someone like that. Dwight York, Ronaldo, Scholes, Twist, Zola. So Zola might be getting prime for a retirement anytime soon, so he'll be a good one to pick up. If we look at... What do we want to do now? We'll look at Division 1. Let's see who's coming up, going down. Forest, Southampton, going up. Everton miss out again in the playoffs. Palace going back up. Nothing there too surprised. Crewe, Walsall and Barnsley. So Barnsley, that's 2 successive relegations, I think. Wow. Neville Southall's there as just as manager, not as player manager, but not doing a good job taking them back down. They've got their own version of Beckham. Not as good. Not as good. Let's have a look at the next table. Division 2, so Swansea, Wrexham and Peterborough will be coming up. Millwall missed out on the playoffs after getting relegated. Charlton are still down there. Wigan, Chester, Reading. I think that's a double relegation as well. I'm pretty sure we played them in our last season in Division 1. They've gone down twice by the looks of it. Or certainly in this... I'm pretty sure in this world they've gone down twice. Maybe not when we were there, but definitely around the time. We've looked at the bottom section. Oh, we want to go to the next table, don't we? And Division 3, Mansfield, Cardiff and Bristol Rovers. And then they'll be joined in the playoffs by Notts County. Coming up, who's going down? Kidderminster. They gave a good effort, to be fair, for a team that's just come up. Obviously, if you look, all these are new players. They sign them straight from the off. What's their money like? No money. Already relegated. The Maltese Falcon up front wasn't enough to keep them up. They spent a bit of money. Obviously a complete new squad. They gave a good account of themselves, but not enough. 2 points, they go back down. And they scored more and conceded the same as Luton. It was just... it's that one loss, look. It's that one loss. One draw, even. Over... Oh, man. That is unfortunate. Who was their manager? Did it show? Unknown. I don't know who got the job last year. I think they went for a few, to be fair. I saw it come up and a few times, to be honest. If we look at Division 1 player tables, top goal scorers... Kucharski, whoever he is, Lamore, don't know a lot of these. Mike Sheeran at QPR, Noel Whelan, Pierre Van Hooydonk at Forest will be going up, obviously. Freddie Leon at Forest, that's not a bad strike force, is it? Savo Milosevic at Wolves, Ostenstad still at Southampton, Brian Dean, Natipong, he's at Carlisle, so they got promoted into Division 1 and he's had a good season. And Karl-Heinz Riedler at Everton, obviously we know he moved across at Stanley Park last year. Good season for him. We won't look at Division 2, 3 goal scorers and all that. We don't really know who they are. FA Cup. Last results. Man United do the double. They win at Wembley against Middlesbrough. That would be Ronaldo and Giggs getting the goals in that game. And I do know who wins the League Cup. Fulham. Didn't know it was 5-0. I knew they beat Leeds, but I didn't know it was 5-0. Neville with a hat-trick. Twist with 2. And their first trophy is won by Jackie Charlton. The FA Cup 5-0. What a result that is. What a result. So Fulham have their stamp on the League Cup. That's fantastic. Let's have a look at France. I'm going to assume PSG have probably won it because they've won the Champions League a few times in this save. Oh no, I did know Auxerre won it because I saw Giroud before even... Did it? Oh no, did Auxerre win it last year even? I think they may have done. So Auxerre, bear with me, my phone's going off. There we go, we're back. I'll have to do a phone call in a minute. But Auxerre, quite easily champions. PSG come in second. Nothing else really that stands out there. But Metz, Bastia and Nancy going down. And Saint-Etienne, Lille and Lorient will come back up. Will come up, whatever. And Martigues, Laval and Guignon and... I'm not even pronouncing that 21st place team. Not even going to try. So they're going down. Coming up or going down. Yeah, whatever you want to say. I'm not going to look at the cups. Not too fussed. European competition, and it has been Euro 2000, so we've got Euro 2000 to look at in a minute. We'll look at last results. We'll just look at who won it. Juventus beat Ajax on penalties. Okay, so Ronald de Boer, they went down to 10 men quite early. They took the lead, I think. They took the lead through de Boer early on, then Wilmots got sent off, and then Del Piero got a late equaliser, but then on penalties, 8-7 it went to in the end. Frank de Boer missing, so the two brothers... Oh, Ronald de Boer scored, then went off injured late on, and then his brother missed the penalty. So not great, but some good names in there. Sibierski's very good in this game. Conte, he's gone. Okay, he's gone on a free to Barcelona now. So he's there for next season. Okay, that confused me for a moment. If we look at Cup Winners' Cup, Marseille beat Rangers 3-0. Ravanelli's in there. Serge Blanc, whoever that is, and own goal by the looks of it. Tony Thorpe in there for Rangers. Not done a good season for them, but not in this game. Wasn't enough. Then we've got the UEFA Cup would be Inter beating Porto 2-1. Sergio Conceição would obviously gone to play for Real Madrid, I think. Del Canto, not sure. Casaraghi obviously went on to Chelsea and then broke his leg, I think against I want to say Villa, but I don't think that's right. But yeah, horrible, nasty injury and ended his career, unfortunately. He was a good little striker. I mean, he went to Chelsea, so I didn't like him once he went to Chelsea, but did before that. I've signed him a few times in the old Italian iterations of this game and always done a job for me. Super Cup, PSG would win 7-1 against Marseille, 7-3 on aggregate against Marseille, 5-1 in the second leg. Loco with 2, Trezeguet obviously there. Didn't play too much, bizarrely. Loco leading the line for them. Obviously they've got Maurice as well. They've got 3 very good strikers. Yeah, Maurice is the main man looking at it as well. So yeah, 5-1 there. And then the World Club Cup would be PSG beating San Lorenzo, which, not surprising. You normally expect the European team to do the job. If we look at it, I bet they have primarily all through this. Yeah, Vélez were the last ones in '94, beating Milan. Okay, fair enough. And then international competition, we're going to go to the European Championship finals. I think I did see this, but I don't remember what happened. So Norway, I do remember this now. Yeah, Norway beating France. Ireland got through the groups. England didn't. In fact, if we go back to the groups, let's have a look at the groups. Ireland top Spain's group. Croatia and Holland go out. I mean, absolutely phenomenal. Denmark, Norway go through at England and Bosnia's expense. I assume England's win was against Bosnia. Portugal and Germany, probably expected in that one. Italy, France, and then a couple of good teams. A good group, a bit of a group of death there, really. Obviously, Czech Republic maybe going off a little bit the boil, and Bulgaria by this point, but still very good, strong teams. And that would be that. Last result. So let's go back all the way to the first phase. No, sorry, that's first phase is the groups, isn't it? So we don't want that. Quarterfinals. Yeah, quarterfinals. So Denmark beat Spain on penalties. Norway thrashed Ireland really in the end. I don't think Netherlands even in there. Solskjaer with 2. Still at Man United. He does normally leave, to be fair. Germany beat Italy 3-2. France beat Portugal. And then on to the semis. Norway beat Denmark in a rivalry there. Obviously, this is in Holland. It would be in Holland and Belgium in real life, but this one I think just picks it up as Holland. France beat Germany on penalties. And then we get to the final. Obviously, Norway beat France. If we have a look at player tables, Solskjaer, I mean, this is over qualifying and the Euros. He's not going to show us just the Euros, unfortunately. But some good names in there. Hakan Şükür, Del Piero, Soren Anderson. He's at Auxerre, who just won the title as well. We've got some good names in there. Batistuta still there at Fiorentina. We've seen him pop up a few times. Kangas Korpi, not really scoring the goals at club, but he's doing the job at international level. Dennis Bergkamp is in there. Is he still at Arsenal? He is still at Arsenal. Didn't have the best return last season, but, you know. We didn't look at player tables in Europe, actually. Have a quick look there. Tony Johnson, he was on my shortlist all year, but he's quite expensive now. He was 4.9, he's down to 2.8. Might be someone we look at, but it depends where we go. I mean, 2.8 is a lot of money for, excuse me, for Salamanca to be spending on him, but he might not be good enough for one of the clubs we might potentially be able to get. Giovanni Elber, okay, some good names in there, some good memories coming back. I don't know who this guy is. Another Maltese striker. Does start the game. He's gone to Aberdeen and done okay, to be fair. So I think that wraps up everything we want to look at, doesn't it? Annual awards. I don't think they've come up yet because we haven't done the tick over into the new season. But if I remember, I'll take a snapshot of it and put it in the next video. But I think that's going to wrap up this episode for now, and we're gonna go through, get into season 4. We're gonna crack on. We're gonna add Brian Hamilton as the manager, all that good stuff. So if you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like down below. Please drop a sub on the channel if you're new around here as well. Anything you want to comment, anything you want me to add to these kind of videos at the end of the season. If you think I'm not looking at something, you want me to pick up something. Oh, one thing I did actually want to quickly. Great name. I mean, that's got to be a Bond villain right there, isn't it? Surely to God. Dr. Silent, the sequel to Dr. No. We won't be signing him. He's absolutely terrible. He's got a good average rating, but he's absolutely terrible. And he's a foreigner. He'll take another foreign slot on our team, so we can't have too many of them, unfortunately. Yeah, so until next time, I think we'll wrap it up there. I will see you next time. Take care. Goodbye.